From the beautiful campus of Casper College, it's the T-Birds Coaches Show, bringing you game breakdowns, expert analysis, and exclusive interviews. Here's your host, Tom Myler.
Hello, T-Bird fans, and welcome to another great episode of our Casper College Coaches Show. We have a little bit of a wrinkle here for you. It's a little exciting thing. We have assistant coach for the women's volleyball team, Kelly Wiedemann, here with us. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
This is great. I mean, we love Angel, don't get me wrong, but it's always exciting to have some new faces on here. So, Kelly, it's all right. You can feel nervous. I won't bite. I might bark a lot because that's what I do.
Okay.
But let's get into it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So, as we usually start, we had a little bit of a rough weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start the good, the bad, and what can be improved.
Well, I do think that overall, I think that we played better than we played the weekend before. Unfortunately, we just played much better teams this past weekend. We won a couple sets and had another couple that we should have won and just couldn't pull out. So I think that we did improve from last weekend, but still not where we want to be. Our passing is still always something to be improved on, as well as our setter-hitter connection. So,
well, I will admit, I saw some flashes of just great brilliance, just like great plays. It's like, wow, that's the team that we want to watch. But then there were some other ones where it's like, I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, we do a really good job at times, and then we just seem to get a little bit comfortable, or we'll push, and then we'll get comfortable and won't be able to finish because we just let up. So we just have to work on that consistency throughout sets and throughout games.
Right. And I know we talked about this last show, that if we could wave a little wand and have a little passion, do you feel like maybe there was more passion or any sort of competitive drive this time, or we're still lacking in there?
I think that there was more. There were more glimpses of it, if I'm being honest. But, I mean, I was an extremely competitive player, and I know Coach Sharman we're both still very competitive, so maybe it's just us, but we would still like to see more and more consistency from them in that. Right.
Well, I mean, you're playing, I think, the number one team in the nation. I think at that point it wasn't Miami-Dade. It was another Florida team.
Yeah, Florida Southwestern.
Yeah, thank you. There was 18, ranked number 18. It's like you would think that with, hey, opportunity for an upset, like, let's go.
Yeah. Honestly, I did see more attitude and like competitiveness from them from that game, which surprised me a little bit. If we can play every game with that kind of attitude, I think that we'll beat a lot of teams. I'm not sure what drove them to decide that was the game to have that attitude on, but hopefully we can replicate that.
I mean, yes, I would love to see that more consistently going forward, because that's going to definitely make for some much better volleyball to watch, and hopefully some more wins.
More fun.
I always like to see Casper College win.
Yeah.
It's just so much better. I like it. So what's one thing that you can pinpoint that's like, yeah, we did this consistently or mostly consistently good, and that you saw, I guess, or even the most improvement on?
Honestly, I thought our passing this weekend was pretty good. I think from last weekend, we got aced a lot last weekend. I don't feel like we got aced a whole lot this weekend. We still had our like little moments of struggle, but I think overall we passed better in serve receive, and I think we had some more defensive effort as a whole.
Hey, that's great. And so how were the errors this weekend too? Because I feel like last weekend it was you mostly beat yourselves at times, whereas this weekend there's especially times with those brilliant plays, it's like, oh, hey, you're actually making the other team beat you.
Yeah, we still had a lot of errors. It happens. We tend to get a little chaotic whenever we do make some of those great plays. Like, we kind of panic because we don't move without the ball well enough yet. Yes, yet. So we're working on that a lot. We worked on that a lot in practice yesterday. We're adding some individual practices to help get our kids like some more individual help and reps. So hopefully we can kind of calm that down.
Because, I mean, if you look at it, you really are a young, not necessarily totally inexperienced, but young, inexperienced team.
Yeah.
So adding that, I imagine it's like, hey, you guys can do it. We've seen it. Just keep doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely adding into that experience. We really only returned like 2 kids that played consistently from last year. So, yeah, we are pretty young and inexperienced.
Well, you learned a lot this last weekend. Not necessarily great results, but you learned a lot, which is what we can hope for. You don't need to peak yet.
Yeah.
We go to Twin Falls, Idaho this weekend. We're going to play once again some tough teams.
Yes.
Kind of give us a forward look. You'll play CSI first. What do you expect
we
with that
play CSI first. They've been a very good team the last couple of years. They had a coaching change, so I don't know, not sure exactly what to expect from them, but I am still expecting them to be a good team. And then we turn around and we play number 2 in the nation, Miami-Dade, on Friday morning. They're always stupid good. They're usually not very disciplined, so that's what gets them, but they'll be more athletically talented than Florida Southwestern, most likely. And then who do we play? Utah State Eastern, who they'll probably move up in the rankings. They beat some good teams this past weekend. So yeah,
Yeah, and then Salt Lake at the very end.
Yep,
right?
Salt Lake right at the very end, and yeah, they've also beat some good teams and they're ranked as well. So it'll be another tough weekend.
Hey, but we don't shy away from it. I mean,
we play a good schedule. It is a good schedule. It prepares us for seeing all the hard teams in our region as well.
Yeah, because Region 9, I mean, it's not just a walk in the park anymore.
No.
Or I guess it never really has been, so that's wrong of me to say. But I think if we keep learning, right?
Yeah.
So for this week, then, if we could wave our magic little wand again, what would you wave it to have for this team going into this weekend to make them
I would say to be competitive and have confidence. We've kind of, been humbled just a little bit the last weekend or two, and that's great, and that works well whenever it motivates you to work harder. So if we can come out really competitive and try to be really confident in ourselves and in our teammates, I think that we could have a good weekend. But that's kind of what I feel like we're lacking at the moment.
All right, well, I think that's definitely something that they can learn, they can get to, and we look forward to hopefully a better weekend, or at least one that you learn even more, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Some more competitive matches here. All right. Well, thanks, Kelly, for joining us in the studio today. It's always a pleasure to have some new faces.
Yeah, no problem.
We look forward to having you again sometime if you can let Angel let you have us.
I think that'll be easy to convince her to do.
Probably. All right. Well, thanks, T-Bird fans, and we hope to see you next time.